Hey everybody, Respawn Gentleman here, and in today's video I will be going over part 2 of my guide to the Beachhead expedition here in No Man's Sky, and I'll be covering phases 2, 3, and 4. Now, before we get started, I want to let you know that I stream on Twitch every single day at 6:30 during the week and 12 o'clock on the weekends. Now, let's get to the guide. Alrighty, so here we are. It's a little different from where I last left off in my previous video. I actually had to restart my entire playthrough. I came across what I believe is either a glitch or a bug that caused a problem, which I will talk about later on in this video. But for now, let's go to the crashed starship / find someone who needs help. So these two are difficult because you'll either find one or the other, and the starship that needs help has a very small chance of actually spawning. So it takes a while to find one the normal way. So I'm going to show you a couple different ways that you can find these, and actually here in Rendezvous 2 system. All right, so you'll notice over here I've got a distress beacon. So what you're looking for is whenever you go to the space station, you go talk to the cartographer. If you give him your navigation data in exchange for specific maps, you want to get these emergency data planetary charts. That's what you're looking for. And you'll use one. The main things you want to look for are distress beacons and distress signals, because that indicates a ship that is either a person at it or is just a crashed ship. These ones are really easy. They vary with what needs to be fixed, but all you need to do is go talk to the NPC and offer to investigate. Then just go over to the ship and see what it needs. Sometimes it asks for specific things. Sometimes it's like this where it just says repair ship. It varies. Then it'll go through some dialogue. You can skip it, read it. It's up to you. Then to complete the challenge, you just need to find the NPC again. Oh, there he is. Sitting down in the grass. Talk to him again. Get through the dialogue, and you'll have the challenge complete. Takes a minute for it to pop. There it goes. Assisted a stranded life form. That one is now done. That's one way of finding it. I got lucky and was able to find one of those on my first try. It can be extremely difficult to find them. Even with those emergency data, it can sometimes take multiple charts because you'll come across either something you've already found before, or you'll come across abandoned buildings a lot of times, and it's just not super helpful. So this is at least specifically for Rendezvous 2. What you want to do, head over to the space station. I will show you something that's a really quick trick that will get this completed, and you don't even have to worry about planetary charts if you do this. Okay, now that we're in the space station, what you want to do is head over here to the left and go to the portal. The reason you want to do this is because of this other bases option. Whenever you scroll through these, you can look for specific names. The one I've found a couple that actually someone decided to build a base right next to all the things you need. So let's see if I can find it. Right here, this one right here. If you're having trouble finding a ship with a stranded life form, this particular one says Interstellar Rescue Stranded Life Form by Samwise. Go to that base. It is right next to a stranded life form. You can get that immediately. And then like this one right here, you've got a crashed freighter. So you can immediately warp straight to a crashed freighter. You got this one over here too. This one's by Mortis, and this one's by Lindy Bomber. And then you have, keep going down a little bit and you'll come across this one right here. It's a small hauler crash site by Night Toast. This one is right in front of a crashed ship. Same thing with this Explorer crash site. This is the absolute fastest way to complete the freighter the crashed ship and the stranded life form challenges. Just go to the space station, other bases, bam, done. There you go. Mission complete. So let's go to this Explorer crash site so I can get that last one for you. Show you how it works. Alright, so here you are. You're inside the base that Night Toast built. Walk outside, and there's a crash ship right there. Alright, so now that you have the ship, there's 3 things that you need to repair. You need to repair the deflector shield, the pulse engine, and the launch thruster. None of the other things matter, just those 3 specific things. So for this, you'll need chromatic metal, sodium nitrate for the deflector shield, you'll need a hermetic seal and a metal plating for the pulse engine, and pure ferrite and dihydrogen jelly for the launch thrusters, which, if you followed my previous guide, you should have enough of all of that. Otherwise, if you don't, you can easily get those ingredients just from minerals around you, or even other NPCs, or from the space station. You can refine like some sodium to get the sodium nitrate. You can refine ferrite to get pure ferrite. You can get that stuff really, really easily. Let's go ahead and repair everything. Okay, so apologies. There was a misunderstanding. When you're normally doing this, you find a crashed ship, in order to get it off the ground, you have to repair the deflector shield. For the purposes of this challenge, you actually only need to repair the launch thruster and the pulse engine. That is the only 2 things you need to worry about. And also meteors coming down from space that are trying to hit me. Be careful of those, don't get hit. All right, so now with that, we have phase 2 completed. As you can see right down here, this is a common glitch that a lot of people come across, this inventory full glitch, and I'll show you how to do that right now. Alrighty, so what you want to do is head over to your freighter. You can see I'm inside mine right now. The other way to fix this without having to, start all over again, without having to, go through the process of a save editor. If you come here, you need 2 storage containers. Or actually, however many items you have in your inventory, you need as many storage containers that will contain all that. I had enough for 2 storage containers. But what you want to do is take every single item you have in your exosuit and in your starship and put it in these storage containers. So you have absolutely nothing in the inventory whatsoever. Once you have that done, now you can see down here, it says collect reward. Now I can collect this reward. It's a weird glitch, but this is probably the fastest way to fix it, and so you don't have to restart or go through the trouble of using a save editor. You can just go to your freighter, build however many storage containers you need for the amount of items you have, and there you go. And just to show you again, storage containers have 20 slots. So basically just figure out how many items you have, and then see how many storage containers you would need, because each one holds 20. So let's go ahead and collect that reward. All right, so here is the Hidachi's Discovery KH-3. This is not a ship you can keep on other save files. It's only for this specific save file, unlike the Golden Vector from Expedition 1, which is across any save you use it on. And yeah, you can compare. If it's not better than your current ship, then you can claim it or decline it. Don't exchange it if your ship is worse. Or if your ship is better, don't exchange it, because it's not going to help you. But I will go ahead and claim it. And now I will put all my items back in my inventory. Okay, so now we'll go on to phase 3. Let's get these 3 challenges completed. So get to Rendezvous 3, make that your main mission, and you can just keep warping, following the green line. You can see it's not super far away, but it may take a couple of jumps depending on how far your hyperdrive will go. Okay, so here we are in the Rendezvous 3 system. And here it is on this planet over here. Let's go ahead and warp. All right, so now that you've reached the initial location, You activate your target sweep. You can see it is somewhere to the west of the beacon that you go to. Let's head over there and find it. So it's right over here. You will see like people have built like beacons and bases and things here that will allow you to kind of see it, but also you should be able to warp to it from the space station as well. All right, now that's complete. I will show you the glyph coordinates. So if you would rather use the portal to get here, you can do that as well. So right there at the bottom of the screen, those are the glyph coordinates for Rendezvous 3. You can put that into the portal, zoom right over here. You don't have to worry about warping in your starships. So the next thing we're going to do is the Scorched World. There happens to be one in this system, and I'll show you which one it is. Okay, so once you're in space, still in Rendezvous 3 system, this is a planet you want to look for. To get the Scorched planet, the planet has to have selenium on it. This happens to be one. It's not the big red one in front of me, it's actually the small one behind it. So let's go ahead and warp over there and get that challenge completed. Alright, so now that we've entered the atmosphere, we're on the planet, just land, hop out of your ship, the challenge will complete, and then we can move on to the next one. And there we go. Alright, so the next one you want to do, actually, is Rendezvous 4. You want to make that your next main mission, because you will come across the toxic world while heading over there, or when you get there. So just head over to Rendezvous 4, and we will get the toxic world on the way there. Okay, so for Rendezvous 4, much like everything else, keep following the green line. Alrighty, so once you've reached Rendezvous 4, just come in here, follow the beacon again. Alright, so just like before, once you've landed, just look around with your target sweep, and you can see that it is east of this giant volcano where the beacon's at. And here it is right here. So it's hard to see. A lot of times there's like a storm or something going on this planet, but the location. Just run up to it like before, and there you've got it discovered. And let me show you the portal coordinates for it. Right on there, there's the portal coordinates. So if you just want to use the portal to get here, use those coordinates, and you can do that. All right, now to complete phase 3, all we need to do is find a toxic planet, and I'll show you how an easy way to tell which planets are toxic. Okay, so you may have to warp. There actually wasn't any toxic planets in Rendezvous 4. You may have to warp a few times. That's fine, because you'll have to do that anyway to complete the Discover New Systems challenge, which I will show you how to do that as well. But this is what you're looking for, is fungal mold. If you see fungal mold on a planet, that's a toxic planet. So all you gotta do, head over there, land, hop out your ship, challenge completed. And as you can see, there it is, completed. And now we have all of phase 3 completed. Now, for phase 4, the Discover Systems, which I'll show you how to do that one, can be easy or difficult. The easiest way is to start your game with multiplayer enabled and then disable the multiplayer. A lot of times what happens is that tricks the system into thinking that you're the first one to discover a system, even if it's a rendezvous point that, hundreds and thousands of people have already found, like clearly, because it's a main objective, but it'll still count as you being the first one to discover it. So do that first if you want to get this done as quick as possible. I'm going to show you another method you can use as well, which does tend to help. Okay, so a good way to locate a system, another way other than switching it to single player, is just going out as far as you can, as far as your hyperdrive will let you go. warp to any system, just any random system you see. The more random you choose, the higher chance you have of seeing a first contact. So right there. See, I got a first contact. So generally from here, a lot of the planets or systems around this shouldn't have been discovered by anybody. So I will keep doing that until you have that challenge completed. And once you have your 10th contact, the challenge will complete and you can collect your rewards. Now, I'll show you how to collect the learn words from the various different races challenges. So what you want to do is whenever you get to a system, as long as it's not an abandoned system, you want to go to the space station, and whatever race is the main race, they'll have the most NPCs available for you to talk to. Just talk to them. You can have them teach you a word, and that will go towards the challenge. Usually, I've noticed there's about 7 for the main race up here on this platform, and then there will also be at least 1 from the other 2 races as well. The second way that you can learn languages, if the space station doesn't have enough to complete it, is you can head down to whatever planet is closest and find some knowledge stones. And I'll show you how to do that as well. All right, so you can see on my radar at the top, it's the purple icon. That's what you want to look for. And these are the knowledge stones. So they're on almost every single planet you come across. Just skip through the dialogue. It teaches you a word. And a lot of times when you find one, you find a bunch. So just keep going until you've located 10. If you're not seeing any on your radar, you can open up your scanner and look, I can see one right over here. Then you can mark it and head over there. All right, and so with that, you have all of the language challenges completed. What's great about these is that each one of these will give you some different things. The main thing is the Gek and the Vy'keen will actually give you hyperdrive for your ship. So you can see my hyperdrive is 550, which is further than my freighter. So I don't even need to go back to my freighter for anything anymore. And now, on to the final challenge of Phase 4. So in order to complete this challenge, you need to be in space and summon the space anomaly. Once you have summoned the space anomaly, go inside and you want to talk to Polo. Now, this is where I was talking about I ran into a bug or a glitch that can happen, so you got to be really careful when you do this. I'll explain what happened when I talked to Polo. You can see. So in here, Nada and Polo are both right up here in this little balcony. You should be able to, you can use the ramp to get up there, but you should have enough jetpack to fly up there. Come over here and talk to Polo. Now, this is where the glitch can happen, so make sure once you talk to him, you do not leave the conversation without asking for Atlas coordinates. If you do not ask for Atlas coordinates and you leave the conversation, you cannot get them from him. Right here. Don't click anything else. Don't ask about the anomaly. Don't ask for black holes. Specifically ask for Atlas station coordinates. My issue was that if I left the conversation, I didn't select anything, I hit leave. I came back, no longer had these options available to me. It was impossible for me to get to an Atlas station without just happening to randomly find one. This is very key. Do not do anything other than ask for Atlas station coordinates. Now that you have those, you just head back to your ship and then go to your galaxy map and head over to the Atlas station. So I'm in the galaxy map and it shows that there's an Atlas station right over there. Really close to me. I just got to go over one system. Usually it's not that far. You just want to warp to it, which you can do in any starship, even if you don't have those upgrades. You can do this from the very first system you start in, if you want to. It doesn't matter at what point you do this, but just remember you specifically have to hit that ask for Atlas coordinates. Then it's a lot like a space station in the space anomaly. You just go inside and land, hop out of your vehicle, challenge will complete. There we go, challenge completed. So you don't have to hop out of your vehicle yet. It's just as soon as you get in, there you go. So that completes phase 4. So let me go ahead and show you what that includes. So you can collect the rewards, which gives you some more inventory slots and some items that you don't necessarily need. But like phase 4 reward, you get armored shoulder pads customization, armored chest piece customization, and armored leggings customization. It actually looks pretty cool. It's a lot like what the Vy'keen wear. They look pretty pretty awesome in my opinion. It doesn't have the gloves or the boots, so those may be a reward in phase 5. Not entirely sure, but yeah, that is all of the phases completed, except for phase 5. All right, that's going to do it for today's video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for my next guide on how to complete phase 5.